Ó fẹ́ ràn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn. Nígbà tó ti wà kékeré bí ọmọ ọdún 7 mẹ́jọ ló ti máa ń sọ fún mi pé àǹtí mi ló máa ń pè mí. Òun á ra mọ́tò fún yín, màá kọ́lé fún yín, ìyẹn sì ní tọ́ àṣàpàtẹ rí yẹn. Kò jù báyìí lọ nígbà yẹn. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ti ṣe. Ó ti ra ilé ibi tí mo wà yóò ló rà. Ó ti ra ilé, ó ti ra mọ́tò. Ó ti ṣe oríṣiríṣi.
My father died when I was 7. All I could remember about my father was that he was a prosperous individual. He was always good to us, taking us to the bar beach then. Race course. What you now refer to as Tafa Balewa Squad used to be race course.
Who like ball? Oh my ball, she la malo, mama muji ball.
You know, I was a goalkeeper, and some of my friends that we grew up with will even tell you. So it wasn't a surprise when I entered CMS Grammar School and I was still a goalkeeper tending balls for my colleagues to keep me within my area. And my mother ended up giving me 2 table tennis sets. We call one standard and the other one is the half something we call it to Nigbawe in those days. It kept me home and it added to my being popular. So you see a lot of people coming from the Eastern Lagos Island, Upper Lagos Island, coming to come and show their skills,
Senator Barry Benga Asha. Very nice, very close, loving brother. I'm the firstborn of our mother. And he is the second boy, the only boy among us. Very nice man, very kind. He's ready to do anything for anybody. I actually didn't, know my dad that much. So the father figure I see is my brother. So I always depend on him, and he always treats me too like a daughter.
From two, there was this period when we do confirmation of new converts, confirmation parties, several grammar schools. Went home and I met my grandmother and I told my grandmother that I'm home to collect the money for confirmation, and she said, confirmation, what does that mean? I said, yeah, I'm going to be converted. My grandmother said, who did that to you? I said, no, know, that is what everybody does. When you go to Samuel Grammar School, I said, okay. So she said, don't worry, I'll bring the money for you. My grandmother just went straight to the principal the following week. And told the principal that everybody will be going for the holy pilgrimage. And that was how I became the Muslim to perform the holy pilgrimage to Mecca and Medina in 1970.
From Ford one sí Mecca, wọ́n mú lọ ní ojú báyìí lọ. Ẹ̀gbọ́n ìyá ẹ̀ ló mú lọ Mecca. Yàrá fatu ẹlẹ́mu lọ. Inú mi dùn o, nígbà tó lọ Mecca. Mecca àkọ́kọ́ ni o, ó ti lọ, ó tún ti lọ, ó ti ń lọ fúnra rẹ̀.
My trip to Mecca, part of the things that you have to do there is to scrape your head during one of the time when we went for prayers, and then coming back, several knocks from my seniors as well, you know. So this is how your head is, you know.
Before I finished, I traveled to America. When we finished VHS, we forwarded all his results. Immediately, I submitted all the results, everything to the school. They said this is the type of man they want in this school.
I met Senator Ashafa in 1978. I think when he finished from Morgan State University, he came to University of Tennessee Knoxville to come and do his master's. And we met, and it was like we fit in together like glove and hand. The first thing that shocked me was his golden tooth. And I said, why is this young man wearing golden tooth? And I now understand that he has been to Mecca and he's an allergy. So we changed that allergy to AJ. We started calling him AJ instead of allergy.
Here today we are in the Senator Ashafa E-Resource Center, a donation that he made to CMS Grammar School, where students can be exposed to the world through computer knowledge, as well as how they go online to get source for information in order to boost their learning.
Even when I came in, I could see that you were busy.
Coming to you live from our studios here in Lagos, Nigeria. This is the World News on Biscon Tv. I'm Emmanuel. Now let's look at the headlines making the news this hour. On the national scene, ADC courts Jonathan, Sariki and Makinde ahead of 2027. PDP crisis court fixes January 23 for hearing on Turaki faction's motion. In business, pension broad index tops Nigerian exchange with 59.7% return in 2025. On the foreign scene, Trump says US control of Greenland is vital for air defense. Sports news ahead of WAFCON 2026, Super Falcons to discover group opponent on Thursday. And let's bring you the news in detail. The African Democratic Congress ADC has intensified preparations for the 2027 general elections, extending invitation to prominent political figures, including former President Goodluck Jonathan, former Senate President Bukola Saraki, and Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde to join the party. The move followed the inauguration of the ADC's Northeast Zonal Congress Committee in Gombe State, aimed at strengthening internal structures and expanded the party's national reach. And factional national chairman Nofiu Gombe said the initiative reflects the party's commitment to internal democracy and coalition building. He added that the ADC believes the experience of the invited leaders, alongside others such as Governor Bala Mohammed, Amadou Fenteri, and Alex Oti, would help reposition the party as a credible alternative ahead of the 2027 polls. Still on political stories, the Federal High Court in Abuja has fixed January 23 for the hearing of a motion filed by the Kabiru Turaki-led faction of the People's Democratic Party seeking a stay of proceedings in a suit instituted by the Nyesom Wike-aligned faction. Justice Joyce Abdulmalik adjourned the case to allow the plaintiff to respond to the application. The suit filed by PDP officials loyal to the FCT minister seeks to restrain Turaki faction from parading itself as the party's leadership and to bar security agencies and INEC from recognizing them. The Turaki faction has appealed an earlier ex parte order and is also asking the judge to rescue herself over alleged bias deepening the party's internal crisis. In another development, former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi has criticized Nigeria's revised tax laws, warning that poor communication and structural flaws could deepen public distrust and worsen economic hardship. Obi cited findings by global accounting firm KPMG, which identified 31 problem areas in the tax framework, including drafting errors, policy contradictions, administrative gaps. In a statement, Obi said taxation is a social contract that must be understood and trusted, stressing that imposing new taxes without clarity, consultation, or visible public benefit amount to extortion. He urged the federal government to pause the reforms, review the laws, and engage Nigerians, warning that without trust, taxation feels like punishment rather than reforms. We'll take a quick break here, and when we come back, it will be business news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now let's move to business, where the Nigerian Exchange Pension Broad Index emerged as the best performing index on the Nigerian Exchange in 2025, delivering a return of 59.72% and outperforming the Nigerian Exchange All-Share Index, which gained 51.19%. Data from the exchange shows the index closed the year at 2,917.84 points, up from 1,826.89 points in 2024. The index tracks pension complaints equities approved by the National Pension Commission and spans key sectors including banking, telecoms, consumer goods, industrial, and energy. Analyst says its strong showing highlights the growing influence of pension funds in Nigeria's capital market and the ability of pension-eligible stocks to generate solid long-term returns. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, it's TV Foreign News. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now we move to the foreign scene, where US President Donald Trump says American control of Greenland is critical to national security, describing the Arctic island as vital to the planned Golden Dome air and missile defense system. In a social media post, Trump argued that NATO will be stronger and more effective if Greenland were under US control, warning that failure to act would allow rivals like Russia or China to dominate the area. The comments came as Danish and Greenlandic officials were scheduled for talks in Washington with the US leaders. Denmark has pushed back, saying it is increasing its military presence in Greenland and working with allies on stronger NATO footprint in the Arctic, while Trump insists NATO should take the lead on missile defense efforts. And up next is Sports News. Stay tuned.
Audio Jungle.
And in sports news, defending champions Nigeria Super Falcons will learn their group stage opponents for the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations on Thursday, when the official draw takes place at Rabat, Morocco. The ceremony will be held at Prince Moulay Abdellah Sports Complex ahead of the expanded 16-team tournament. Nigeria will headline a competitive field that includes hosts Morocco, South Africa, Ghana, Zambia, and Cameroon, amongst others. The tournament is scheduled to run from March 17 to April 3, 2026, with teams seeded into 4 ports based on the FIFA Women's World Ranking release in December 2025. Final break, and when we come back, we'll be giving you entertainment news. Stay tuned. And finally, on entertainment news, Nollywood actress and filmmaker Funke Akindele has called for greater awareness and understanding of lupus after meeting individuals living with the condition in Abeokuta. The encounter took place during her behind-the-scenes meet and greet, where she described the experience as deeply touching and reaffirming the power of empathy-driven storytelling. Akindele stressed that lupus is not contagious and should not be a source of stigma, urging the public to show support to those affected. She reaffirmed our commitment to using a platform to highlight important causes, thanking Lurek Support for partnering on the event and for helping amplify the voices of the lupus community. And that's it on Biscon TV News. The news was compiled and produced by Victoria Adekoya. I'm Emmanuel. Many thanks for watching.
Go.
I could see that you were busy doing your work. That is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's more central than the other one. That one is closer to that end. So use this one.
As a student, I could remember vividly that from classes 2 to 5, I was the class captain. I was tailored towards science, but my best subject was Bible knowledge. You can't believe it. I got my best result from Bible knowledge because it was part and parcel of CMS Grammar School. Even though I went to Mecca while in school, I was the first student to so did at that time. But yet, at the end of the day, I got the best result of Bible knowledge.
Abawa Senator Abubakar Olúgbénga Àṣàfà, wọ́n jẹ́ ẹni tó jẹ́ Mùsùlùmí òdodo. Kò sẹ́ni tó bá dọ́dọ̀ wọn, àdúrà yìí lọ, wọ́n nígbàgbọ́ bí wọ́n sí lé àwọn bíi 10 lábẹ́rẹ́ àdúrà náà. Gbogbo oníwà yìí tí mò ń kó lọ láti lọ ṣàdúrà náà ni wọ́n rá ní Mọ́kà láì má ṣẹ́kù ẹnìkankan nínú àwa mẹ́wẹ̀ẹ̀wá. Wọ́n wá ní Iman, wọ́n ní ìgbàgbọ́ bìlíbì ní Allah ọwà pẹ̀lú wọn pátápátá. Lákọ̀ọ́dún náà tá a ti jẹ́ Al-Qur'an àdá nǹkan mí mọ́. Àwọn náà dẹ̀ ní nǹkan mí àdẹ́sẹ̀ Al-Qur'an nìyẹn. Bí iṣẹ́ ìṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. Wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àṣẹ Ọlọ́run pẹ̀lú agbára Ọlọ́run. Náà ni mọ́ṣáláṣí náà wá parí.
Our paths crossed in 2002 when I became Chief of Staff to the Governor of Lagos, and he was there serving as the Executive Secretary for Lands in the same government. So, today I've known him for 23 years, and the words that I think best describe him is worthy of trust.
From local government, he left, went into private business. 1999, 1997, he came back into government when Ashwaju was contesting. He was appointed Executive Secretary Lands From there, I was promoted to Public Secretary for Lands. I shall first streamline the land policy of Lagos State. The broad value is moving the process of accessory of so many new cities emerged. New year plans came, and many people were made to be able to afford to pay for land because you can pay installment charge.
I met him here now, I cannot recollect. I met him when he was permanent secretary, Land Bureau. I had a lot of problems trying to see him. But the day I saw him, I was surprised that people are shielding away this fantastic character from us. He took my problems and promised to solve.
He's a very amiable, decent person, hardworking. You will see him getting ready to go to work. I think he was started with the local government of Lagos State. And by 7:30 he's out, he's at his work and all the rest. And it's extremely helpful. When he was in lands, people go to his house in they don't wait. He will say, I will do it for you, I will do it for you. That's the kind of person he is.
In his time as Secretary for Lands in Governor's Office, he served that purpose very well. Many indigenes of Lagos State benefited immensely during his term as Lands Secretary for Lands Governors. In fact, I haven't, since Benga left that office, I haven't seen any other indigene of Lagos State as good as Benga.
That the Lord will have brought you to this new age. We see you through 80, 90, 100, 120, 140, 150. After 150, I will leave the rest to your own desire. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Kakanfò Àṣàfà. Ọmọdé Marshal. Oníṣòwò pàtàkì ní bàbá tó bí ẹ lọ́mọ. Àwa Kakanfò. Àti màmá tó bí ẹ lọ́mọ. Desmond ni ojú ọlágbé o. Ojú ọlágbé rẹ̀ lọ́mọ rọ̀. Àbí ọmọ kú ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ. Gold and Texas Marshal. Mama aláṣọ. Mama ní gold tó ní. Ẹlẹ́mọ̀rọ̀ Royal Family. Ìbẹ̀jú Lẹ́kì. Mariu aláṣọ family. Olúgbénga Senator. Lagos State Lands Bureau. Taiwo. Former Executive Secretary. Lagos Honda Managing Director, Beverage Specialties Limited. Ọkọ̀ Fọláṣadé o, Fọláṣadé Ọmọbọ́lá Àṣàfà, Ọmọbọ́lá Fọláṣadé bí ẹ Àṣàfà bí, ayẹyẹ tó mọ yìí ọkọ̀ tó ní. Bàbá Bàṣá tó sì Àṣàfà. Dosi Basha Alasha family. Ọmọ aláṣàbá mi o, àgọ́ oríire òní o. Ọmọ Bọ́lá Fọláṣadé, aya dàda tó mọ rírì ọkọ. Fọláṣadé, Fọláṣadé, Bọ́lá, ọmọ Bọ́lá, ọmọ Bọ́lá, Bọ́lá, ọmọ Bọ́lá, Bọ́lá, ọmọ Bọ́lá, Bọ́lá, ọmọ Bọ́lá, Bọ́lá, ọmọ Bọ́lá. Fọláṣadé lọ́ṣàfẹ́ mi, ìyá àtàtà, aya àtàtà tó mọ rírì ọkọ. Excellency, Dr. Káyọ̀dé Fáyẹmí o, ọmọ gómìnà lẹ́kìtì ẹ̀kọ́ kẹlẹ̀. Lọ́sùn Bàṣá, ọmọ aláṣọ̀bá mi aláṣọ̀bá mi tó sì Bàṣá, ọmọ rere ni, ọmọ gómìnà lẹ́kìtì. Ọmọ yẹn mi àti ìsìn ẹsẹlẹsì o Ọ̀túnba Olúṣẹ́gun òní o bàbá gómìnà lẹ́kìtì tún ni ṣákìṣákì òní Ọ̀túnba Olúṣẹ́gun ṣẹ́gẹ̀ yìí o Olúṣẹ́gun ọmọ òní o. Senator Musiliu Koro Senator Musiliu ni Koro Senator yìí o Musiliu ni Koro former minister yo His Excellency Senator Ìbíkúlẹ̀ náà bọ̀ sùn yìí o. Sí ọ́, ọmọ olówó. Ọmọ olówó. Sí ọ́. Ẹ wá wọ ọmọ oyè ọmọ yìí. Sí ọ́. Ìbíkúlẹ̀ náà bọ̀ sùn. Ọmọ oyè ọmọ yìí. Como le gusta Leo. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni Délì sọ́kà, ayé oṣù kọ́kọ́ owó lẹ̀. Sanwó-Olú sọ́kà owó lẹ̀. Babájídé Sanwó-Olú o. Lagos gọ́ọ̀nà. Ó ti dé tó ṣe é dé. Ó ti dé. Ọmọ ìdílé ọgọ́rùn-ún. Ẹsẹ̀ lẹ́sìn máa wọlé. Onílé mi ò Babájídé. Babájídé Sanwó-Olú. Gómìnà sábà wọlé. Ọkọ̀ fọ́fẹ́lì ìjọpẹ́. Sanwó-Olú sábà wọlé. Babájídé o. ọkọ àjẹlá. Àwọn káyọ̀dé fẹ́ yẹ ní o. Àwọn sanwó ọdún. Ọ̀làdí. Ògbọ́nà sọ̀rọ̀ dé. Ògbọ́nà sọ̀rọ̀ dé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sọ́lá o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sọ́lá. Sọ̀rọ̀ dé o. Ọwọ́ ló Lagos State Government. Ọwọ́ ló. Ani ẹ̀kọ́ rákẹ̀tẹ̀ ilé ọgbọ̀n. Sáwọn olóbi kíkí ààrẹ nàṣà ọkọ ya ààrẹ of Lagos ọkọ chief Mrs. Bọ́lásáré ọkọ ya lọ́nà lóní kíkí ààrẹ nàṣà ọkọ ya ààrẹ of Lagos ọkọ chief Mrs. Bọ́lásáré ọkọ ya. Ekola kete ilé ọgbọ́n. Ekola kete ilé ọgbọ́n. Ọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́kẹ́ kó bàbá jọ. Ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ mi sọ lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́kẹ́ kó bàbá jọ. Ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ mi sọ lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀. Kò ló mọ lọ́wọ́ yìí ó ti ṣe bó ṣe ṣe kòrò 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 kòrò. Sọ́wọ́ olúmi o gómìnà Lagos State. Sọ́wọ́ olúmi o ọdún ti dé bó ṣe ń lọ ìbá. Sọ́wọ́ olúmi o ọdún ti dé bó ṣe ń lọ ìbá lẹ́jọ́ gbogbo kò parada. Sọ́wọ́ olúmi ọ̀run ni o ọ̀run lẹ́jà tí wọ́n sáyé èyí sọ́wọ́ ọmọ ènìyàn. Ọdún ní o. Ọdún lẹ́jà tí máa sáyé, ìṣọwọ́ ọmọ ènìyàn. Ọdún lẹ́jà tí máa sáyé. Ọmọ Jídé Sanwó-Olú, ọmọ aṣíwájú àbẹ́ ní pẹ́sidẹ̀ntì. Pọ̀ lábẹ́ ìlú olúwa gbáyé mọ́ aṣíwájú lábẹ́ ìlú ọmọ Tinubu. Bàbá Sanwó-Olú. Pàdé mi àṣàfà. Alájàmbá o. Ọkọ̀ fọ́nà sọ́dọ̀. Pàdé mi àṣàfà. The good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you. Ashama. May the good Lord bless you. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi níṣẹ́ sí gbogbo gómìnà pátápátá. Ó ní ẹ ṣeun. Ó ní you are welcome. You are welcome to this party. You are welcome. You are welcome to this party. See our rap, Lagos. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome to this party. Eleganza, Amabaya. Adura Zagbi, Ààrẹ of Lagos. Ààrẹ of Lagos, Ọkọ Fọláṣadé, Ọkọya. Special message Aṣíwájú Tinubu ó ní kí n máa dúpẹ́ ó ní bàbá rere ní Tinubu Aṣíwájú Tinubu àti first lady Senator Rẹ̀mílẹ́kún ó ní kí n máa dúpẹ́ ó ní bàbá rere ní Rẹ̀mílẹ́kún Tinubu. Was raising the tempo. I think that TA and Benga Deyinka decided to. Is TA Loshe? TA Lisa. Brought down the tempo. But let me start by wishing my friend, my brother, a very, very worthy patriot. Happy birthday and many happy returns. I'm sure that many in the house will join me to pray that you celebrate 80. Did I hear 80? And 100. Amen. Don't say her. If somebody was pointing a finger, the reality is that we are living longer. Yes. Science is making that possible. And so, if anybody tells you you don't look 70, it is because of science and research and development. And some of the things that you get up to, 70-year-olds don't do them. But I think the place, the next port of call before I continue is to really ask all of you to just help me give a real thunderous applause to his much better wife, Mrs. Folashade Ashafa. Please keep the applause going. Because it is only when the home front is secure that the other world prospers. Work and all that follow it. There is so much to unpack about him, and I won't take too much time to do so. I would ask that all of you who are here for one reason or the other, I think that majority, if not all of us, have been impacted by him positively in one way or the other. Do I have an eye there? So if you own land in Magodo, please, a round of applause for yourself, for Senator Ashafa. If you got Lekki Phase 1, please keep the applause going. If you got Lekki Phase 2, and so many other parts of Lagos in the period that he served as Executive Secretary, Lands, and later Permanent Secretary. I bear witness because I got land. I bear witness. You want to know the story? It was Lekki Phase 2. He walked into my office one day and said, look, I have this piece of land in this estate that we are locating. And I said, what's your problem? I already have one land that the governor gave me. So leave my office. What do I want to do with more than one land? So he went to report me to two elderly people who he knew I respected. I was chief of staff then, and he said, Abro, you can see Shebi Afamakoni. So when I saw them a week later, they just mandated me, go back and go and tell then ES Ashafa to give you that paper. I still have the land. I thank you. But I think that for those people who have used the Lagos-Ibadan railway service, is there anybody in the house who uses or has used it? Please pray for this man and thank him. And the reason I say that, there are many things that go on in the course of our public service exposure, some of which we cannot fully tell. So there was a time when he was chairman, Land Transport Committee in the Senate, and all hell was literally going to break loose because the Senate committee was angry with the minister in charge of that project. And so they would mandate him to convoke a public hearing or some kind of investigation. He will come to my house and say, Honorable Minister, there's trouble coming. What should we do? And then we will plot, we will plan. The ones I will go and appease, the ones he will go and appease. And Senator Ade is here. He was part of that process. And we will go behind just to put out fires. Meanwhile, the minister knew nothing about what was going on. He was just doing his work, and we never told him. And this is the first time that story is coming out in public today. Senator Ashafa, God bless you. God keep you for Lagos. The story of your public service record has been perhaps better documented in the documentary where I had Alhaji Ukunu and all of our uncles speaking, and all of the people in this house are clearly here because you touch and you serve them. May your shadow never grow dim. And bless you. Happy birthday and many happy returns. Thank you.
My job is simple this afternoon. It's just to give us inkling to the book we are about to present to all of us. As simple as it is, however, you will know it is an Aquilian one. Aquilian in the sense that in an ordinary gathering, it will be easier to do so, but in a gathering that is extraordinary like this, it could be challenging. We are basically here in the first instance to celebrate, enjoy, dance, and I think what I've been asked to do is to stand between us and the enjoyment. So I know it's not going to be easy, but I must say first and foremost that what is about to be witnessed, as remarked by TA, is something that is unusual in our environment. A lot of people in Nigeria do great things, but at the end of the day, by the time of their demise, they fail or neglect to document such for the future generation or even to immortalize themselves. What Alhaji Ashafa has done today in this book is actually to document his journey right from birth to the time he is finally disengaged from public service. The book essentially covers his early beginnings as a youth. During the documentary, you must have heard from his sisters and also some of our elders that while he was growing up at the Cathedral Primary School, as well as CMS, we saw what he did in CMS in the documentary. All the various things that he did is captured in that book. You also find in the book his foray into politics, how he got into politics, particularly his activities between the year 1997 and 1998 and the year 2011 particularly. Now beyond that also, you will find, just like His Excellency, the former governor just said, some of the intrigues that took place during his sojourn at the Senate. In fact, some of them I never knew myself until I read the book. That it wasn't just an easy thing, just like captured or said by His Excellency Governor Fachola now. Some of the things that happened, particularly the one of interest to me, was during the installation of the Senate President in this first time. Some of the things that, no, don't worry. Her Excellency Mrs. Sakaki is not listening. She's not listening to us. I know you are not listening. Don't worry. So, if you get this book, you'll be able to see even most of the bills that he presented during that period and the impact that it has had and will continue on humanity in general. In fact, again, I said, Alhaji Atepa was not Executive Secretary of Land alone. Of course, he graduated to become the Permanent Secretary, but that is not so much of interest to me. What is of interest in the book is that you will find out that he's an astute administrator. Interestingly, when I look at, I read the book and I found out the course that he did in the university, I said, what is the nexus between his capacity, huge capacity, and the course he actually did? It will interest you that in the book, his first degree was in public health, and his master's too also in public health. But strangely, maybe because he found himself much earlier in administration, right from the local government, and he was exposed so much, because I read there that in those days, when local government were still local government, he was trained virtually in all foremost institutions in this country. And at the point he had to disengage, went into entrepreneurship. This entrepreneurship, if you read through the book, you will find that it's the skill that he had acquired much earlier in life through his grandmother. He used to be the storekeeper in the early days, as far back as when he was in primary school. All this is equally documented in the book. So there are so many species that you can find in the third book. So it is a book now that we want to present to the gathering here today. It's titled Truly Distinguished. He distinguished himself, he discharged himself and acquitted himself in public service, in politics, in administration, of course, and also, as we can see today, in family life. So, Alhaji, distinguished Senator Ashafa, I said my congratulations. What he has done, like I said earlier, two things I always complain about in our environment, our space. The first one is documentation. We fail to document issues. But even where documented, the second challenge is that we are not used to, we have failed to have the habit of reading. We don't read anymore. But I will urge you to please go through this book. Read this book. There will always be something for you that at the end of the day, you will gain. Either an insight into him, or insight into your future, or things that you can also share by way of his experiences. So once again, I'd like to congratulations on the authorship of the book, and I also congratulate you on your birthday many more years. The only thing I will say, I haven't read the book, I still saw some gaps, which I've suggested that in the second, third edition, you'll be able to capture all those ones too, in the interest of humanity as a whole. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, well, what is more difficult to do, particularly in Lagos State, than to speak after His Excellency Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, and of course, Leonard Silk, Dr. Muiz Banire, SAL. I think I'm set up nicely. So good evening, everybody, and I'm here to do the easy part of the job. but at the same time, it's a difficult part of the job. Distinguished Senator Ashafa has chronicled his life in a book that I think befits his stature and his person. This book is titled Truly Distinguished. We are not going to speak so much to the book anymore because the learned silk, Dr. Banire, has already whet our appetites as to what to expect in the book. But just for the younger generation like me, I just want to point you to a few things so that you don't think that you are the only ones that had a little bit of a mischievous childhood. Do you know that on one occasion, because I have had the privilege of reading the book, Senator Ashafa and his band of merry men had gone out, and then they had gone to swim. And on their way back, they stopped somewhere on Lagos Island, and all of them gathered together and started to pray that their parents would not know. So they cut pieces of grass and stuck it on their ears, so that when they got home, their parents would forget. But obviously, the juju did not work on the parents, and then he got a little bit of correction. Also, it is also remarkable to note that he was class captain almost throughout his primary school years. Finally, there is a part of the book that I don't know if he wants me to tell you, but so that you are a bit more interested in reading the book, I think you should also see that there was a visit to Abuja, where on that occasion, of course it is not public record because the book is out. From what I read in the book, distinguished senator was with His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And on that day, they paid a visit to the then sitting governor of Lagos State, who was walking out of the Abuja office of Lagos House. And while he was walking, His Excellency, the President told Senator Ashafa to be walking in front of him. And they were going to the office of His Excellency, the sitting governor at the time, while Senator Ashafa was going in front of him, and I could imagine because he liked to walk very briskly. Just the way he told us to walk when we were walking with him. His Excellency, the President said to him, "Look at you. You are even walking like a senator already." And that was the beginning of the journey to Senate. So, ladies and gentlemen, the more interesting part of my work tonight, which is what distinguished senator would always shy away from, but I think, and we all think, that it's very important, because he has intimated me that the proceeds from this book would also go back to to the development of the younger generation, to his library, and to different libraries in Nigeria. Senator will not ask you for money, but I will ask you for money. Lagos, so I have to wear my sunshades now. Gentlemen, please, aides that are around, kindly return the phones of their excellencies to them. Unfortunately, I know that phones cannot transfer the magnitude and the volume of money I expect you to transfer. However, please, our account numbers are going to be here, and we are now going to invite senators to also sign a few books.
All right.
For people that are going to be beneficiaries of these few books that senator will sign, I know you know the figure that you are going to transfer to support this project. So on this note, ladies and gentlemen,
Benga and TA, distinguished guests, captains of industry, Your Excellencies, present and former, wife and children, family members, royal fathers, captains of industry, distinguished family members, ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed an honor for all of us that are standing here on their behalf to be doing this very unique but very simple and important activity. A brother to a lot, a man that has been described differently by different people that means so much to so many people. My senior brother says he gave him Lekki phase 2. He actually gave me Lekki phase 1. Oh yes, he did. So we're doing full disclosure. Yes, he did. And in that one, in fact, that block was finished. I don't even know how he was able to, and he called me. You know, it was on 1,000. Thank you very much. I mean, we're here to unveil a book in his honor. a truly distinguished memoirs of a progressive statesman, a 70-year-old man that looks indeed 45, a distinguished senator, a retired permanent secretary, a public officer par excellence, a true husband and an outstanding father, a great friend, given the number of people that have turned up here today, and a true Omoluabi, a Lagosian. That means so many things, but more importantly, a man that fears God and a detribalized Nigerian. On your honor, we want to unveil this book that has been written by, Mrs. Banire is here, Ajantala, the Danfo, reviewed by a learned silk, Dr. Muiz Banire. Thank you very much. So we will unveil to the glory of God and to the benefits of mankind and to all of us, everyone that will be reading this, the truly distinguished memoirs of a progressive statesman in honor of Senator Benga Bariu Ashafa on his 70th birthday. Thank you very much.
We would like you, sirs, one after the other, to hold up one copy of the book. Thank you, Mr. Governor. Thank you for your service. This is what we used to do when we were in service too. Thank you very much. Please, we're taking a group picture with the books up. So everyone, just raise your hand, raise the copy of the book in your hands. Let's see. We can't see. We can't see you. Where is Mommy? As you exit, or right about now, you can go pick up a copy as you drop the pledge form. Thank you very much for your custom. We appreciate you. See. And if you're transferring now, please signify so we can bring the books to you. You're not okay? Hey, we're all right. Okay. Just take it. Mommy says she's not coming down. Take it. Agbalagba Alima move up and down. Are you good now? Thank you, guys.
Our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today is a day of Thanksgiving, and it's also a day to celebrate with our Senator Bariu Olubenga Ashafa, and our dear mommy, Chief Mrs. Olashade Ashafa. I am here today representing my mother, the mother of the nation, H.E. Oluremi Tinubu, CON, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And the message, especially for the Senator that is 70 today, we pray that your latter will be better than the former. And this 70th will not be the end of your birthday on the living. You shall celebrate 80, 90th, 100. If God tarries, you celebrate more. Inshallah, the Kudrat in life. Congratulations once again, sir. And I wish you happy birthday, long life, prosperity, in good health, and in a sound mind. Congratulations, sir. I'm so delighted to be part of this celebration tonight. And this is my first time of appreciating cutting of birthday cake. But anyhow, I do it tonight. I want us to accept it like that. By the spell of Allah, we will be cutting the cake. And I'm not going to do that alone. I want all the dignitaries that are here to also join me in spelling Allah. They will cut the cake. Then we can also have a bite of the cake. Are we ready? Let someone give me a capital A. A L. Another one. A. And then the last letter age. Allah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Long life and prosperity.
To you.
I can't hear you.
Happy birthday to you.
Everybody.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Stretch your hands towards him.
May the good Lord bless you.
I still can't hear you.
May the good Lord bless you.
Is somebody here?
May the good we pray. May the good Lord. 3 at the chest to the celebrant. Hip hip hip. Hip hip hip. Hip hip hip.
Ohun ọpẹ́ ohun ìyìn kò ní tán lẹ́nu wa ò ẹ ṣé Ọlọ́run òdodo wa. Ohun ọpẹ́ ohun ìyìn kò ní tán lẹ́nu wa ò ẹ ṣé Ọlọ́run òdodo wa. Ṣọjọ́ ìbí o, à ń jó. Ìwọ ló ṣe yí Ọlọ́run, à ń dúpẹ́. Mo ní ire gbogbo tó ṣe fún wa o, ó jáde mọ́nú. Ohun ọpẹ́ ohun ìyìn kò ní tán lẹ́nu wa o, ẹ ṣé Ọlọ́run òdodo wa. Ohun ọpẹ́ ohun ìyìn kò ní tán lẹ́nu wa ẹ ṣé Ọlọ́run òdodo. Èdí lọ́jọ́ ayọ̀. Torí ọlọ́lá o, sẹ́nétọ̀ Parí Olúgbénga Àṣàfà. Distinguished Senator of the Republic of Nigeria. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́mọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ níbẹ̀ jù Lẹ́kì. Ọmọ onígi mẹ́ta. Olówó orí ọkọ sísà mi Ṣadé. Bàbá tó sì, bàbá tó yọ̀ sí, bàbá tó bí o, bàbá bomi. Kádúpẹ́dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè ọba. Parí Gbénga Àṣàfà. Ó ṣe fónílé, ó ṣe fàlejò, ó ṣe fọ́mọdé, ó ṣe fàgbàlagbà. Torí wọn ni mo ṣe kọrin tẹ́lẹ̀ tí mo sọ pé Ọlọ́run ò ní sọ̀kalẹ̀ ènìyàn ló máa rán. Ọlọ́run ò ní sọ̀kalẹ̀ ènìyàn ló máa lò ikú máa pa aláàánú mi o. Kí n gbọ́ àbùmáṣe aláàánú mi o. Orí mi ẹlẹ́dàá mi o, orí mi ẹlẹ́dàá mi o, má gbà bọ́dé. Gbogbo ara ni mo fi kí ẹ His Excellency. Ẹ bá mi kí brọ́dà mi àtàtà His Excellency. Babátúndé Rájí Fáṣọlá. Gómìnà wa ń bẹ níkàlẹ̀. His Excellency Olúṣọlá Babájídé Sanwó-Olú olówó orí ọkọ Dr. Claudia Sanwó-Olú. Ọlọ́lá máa gbádùn ní ti ẹ̀wọ̀n séwu lẹ́gbẹ̀rún rẹ̀ kọ́ àfàdùn ọbẹ̀. Ẹ kìlọ̀ lọ́lá bá a délé ọ̀la kú ìkàlẹ̀ gbogbo ara ní gbogbo ìyẹn ẹbí fẹ́ẹ́ lò. Babájídé Olúṣọlá Sanwó-Olú gbogbo ara ni mo fi kí ẹ sọ pé Sanwó-Olú ọkọ̀ ìdọ́tọ̀ Sanwó ọkọ̀ ìdíjọkẹ́ Sanwó-Olú Sanwó-Olú ọ̀rọ̀ wa dayọ̀ ìlú Èkó adùn ọ̀rọ̀ wa dayọ̀ ìlú Èkó adùn ọ̀rọ̀ wa dayọ̀ ìlú Èkó adùn yùngbàyùngbà ọ̀rọ̀ wa dayọ̀ ìlú Èkó adùn yùngbàyùngbà Sanwó-Olú Sanwó-Olú. Onílé ọlọ́mọ ni mo gbà fún ẹ̀tọ́. Ayáradé ọlá gbogbo ara ni mo fi kí ẹ. Ẹ bá mi kí Olúṣèmí àtàtà. Her Excellency. Aya Sàràkí kú ìkàlẹ̀ gbogbo ara ni mo fi kú ẹ kí. Tóyìn Sàràkí. Mo kí bàbá wa o, mo kí bàbá wa. Ajírasa ọkọ ya. Olórí ọkọ Fọláṣadé. Bàbá mi kí Ajírasaki ọkọ ya ìjọ. Aláàjì Rasaki ọkọ ya. Ọlọ́lá bàbá ni bàbá lọ́jọ́kọ́jọ́ bàbá ni bàbá ń ṣe. Aláàjì Rasaki ọkọ ya. Olówó orí ọkọ Fọláṣadé mọ̀ níyà. Aláàjì Rasaki ọkọ ya. Ó yẹ mo ní ẹni dáńsà tàbí o. Ẹni dáńsà tàbí o. Ìfọ̀. Ẹni dáńsà tàbí o. Ẹni dáńsà tàbí o. Ẹni dáńsà. Ẹni dáńsà tàbí o. Àwọn dáńsà tí mo bá rò dé. Ẹni dáńsà tàbí o. Ẹni dáńsà tàbí o. Chief Akọ́ni Rasaki. Ọlọ́lá mo ní bàbá ní bàbá ń jẹ́. Ẹni dáńsà tàbí o. Ẹni dáńsà tàbí o. Ẹni dáńsà tàbí o. Ẹni dáńsà tàbí o. lọ́jọ́kọjọ́ bàbá ni bàbá ń ṣe nígbàkúgbà bàbá ni bàbá ń jẹ́ lọ́jọ́kọjọ́ bàbá ni bàbá ń ṣe nígbàkúgbà ọjọ́ tó ti máa bọ̀ kò bàjẹ́ fún ẹ rí lọ́lá Elédùmarè á dára fún ẹ kalẹ̀. mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bàbá wa ṣe é ṣe olówó orí ọmọ olórí tó yẹ ṣọlá ṣàdé. Excellency television mo kí ẹ mo tuntun ẹ kí ẹ kú ìnáwó ọjọ́ ní Ìbàdàn. His Excellency bàbá Jídé Olúṣọlá Sanwó-Olú. kú ìkàlẹ̀ mo kí ẹ kó yẹ kalẹ̀ ládùúrà mi ò jàre. Oyè òjò ó ní kí n tún sọ wípé Sanwó-Olú 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 ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ á dayọ̀ ayé ẹ̀ máa dùn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ á dayọ̀ ayé ẹ̀ máa dùn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ dayọ̀ ilé ayé ẹ̀ á dùn yùngbàyùngbà ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ dayọ̀. Kò sọ́mọ náà kò sọ́mọ náà kò sọ́mọ náà tí ó jọ ṣe.
lẹ́yìn. Mo ń bọ́lúwa dúró, ọkàn mi balẹ̀, kíní kan kò ní í ṣe mí. Mo mà lálọ́ lẹ́yìn, àṣàfà máa rí mi. Ọmọ níbẹ̀jú wa pé mo kí ẹ kú oríire bá mi. Wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ kẹ́lẹ́kẹ́lẹ́ pariwo àṣàfà máa ti dàgbà o. Àkànní bá bá tún dé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá balé ayé lórí sẹ́fúntì mo yẹ ká dúpẹ́. Àwọn méjì tó ṣáàtì páàkì ilé ayé tá ń fọ́lọ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ láwo Jésù Kristi ó kú lọ́mọdé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ wà nábì mú ọmọ oníṣẹ́ ńlá. Kò kọjá 63 kéwàá ní ultimate. Ìyẹn ló ń bà mí lẹ́rù, ló ń já mi láyà. Alábá bí mi bá mú wa lọ́mọdé. Kéèyàn tó bá kọjá ọjọ́ orí Jésù ọmọ Mọ́ríà, kákìkú oríire àkọ́kọ́. Èèyàn tó bá tún l'opportunity láti kọjá ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì tànábì mú ọmọ bàbá Fátímà. Òun náà ó yẹ ká kí kú oríire araba ń bí. Ẹ̀rù ń bà mí kí n tó pé 63 mi ò rọrùn sùn ọmọ nígbà ó ṣe òun bẹ̀rù gidigidi. Ó kọ̀lá kí n pé 63 mo ti ra àbímọ́nú ilé mo wá ń kún fún ààrùn àwọn pẹ́lá wọn bá. Ìgbé tí ń bá l'opportunity kó lè jẹ́kọ̀ máa dúpẹ́. Àmì àwọn ṣùgbù àtú. Gbogbo èèyàn tó bá kọjá 70 orí ọlọ́run wọn bá ní. Àgàgà ìyá mi àìrímọ́ṣá àríyá mi. Ìgbà tó pọ́gọ́rùn ọdún mo tún wá ń gbé ẹ̀hùn ọmọ nígbà ó ṣe àṣẹlẹ̀ ààyè ìdò jọjọjọjọ. Àṣàfàbà rí gbogbo wa péjú síbí. Ẹ jẹ́ pọ́nrọ̀. Happy 70th Bàrí mi Àṣàfà. Gbẹ̀ngà ọmọ níbẹ̀jú àgbẹ̀ gbogbo wa ló ń kí ẹ. Látòrí President Federal Republic Àkànbí àgbẹ̀mí aṣíwájú. Òun àtolúrẹ́mí wọ́n lọ kú oríire Àṣàfà. Distinguished Senator Federal Republic of Nigeria. Gómìnà ìlú Èkó Babájídé Olúṣọlá ọmọ Sanwó-Olú. Òun náà kí ẹ Àṣàfà mi parí omi. Sẹ́nátọ̀ Bírù òun àti Olúrántí.